Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another reaction to Naruto. Let's get on into it. Destiny versus Perseverance. Jeez. He will not back down. Yes, he does. Yep. It doesn't matter. But keep going. Keep persevering. Exactly. So go to the nine tail. That growl that came out. That was dope. It's confusing him. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, it is. Got us shook. You ain't the only one with something inside you, bruh. Well, master is a strong word, but tap into, certainly. He's harnessed it, or at least consolidated it. Alright, Naruto, let's go. Let's go, boy. Whew. Don't tell me this is where it ends. Okay. I was about to say. Looking a little wobbly there, Neji. Looking a little off kilter. Still talking shit. Woo! Substitution or clone. One of he tricked him. That's oh my gosh. He clawed through the ground. That bird has been watching them this whole time. Is it Orochimaru? Or is it Jiraiya? Or it could just be a bird. More a symbol than an actual spy, so to speak. Yes! You lost, bruh. Oh, it's all polite. And look at Sakura! Showing some support. There we go, yeah, it's like kinda slow to a kind of build up into a crescendo. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, boy! Naruto! Yes. But see, that goes into what I was thinking before. The dedication of Rock and Sasuke and Naruto is probably going to drive her a little bit. But see, this also shows Neji. He believed that Naruto had a fate, a destiny. Naruto said, fuck that. So can you, Neji. I was wondering if that ninja that healed Hinata was actually Neji's father. I could be completely wrong, but... and maybe the brothers orchestrated something. Maybe he's not the asshole that we were thinking. Yeah, I was wrong about the ninja being Neji's father. It's not giving him a choice. Not really. Lesson you just learned. Wow. The head of the head family is prostrate before him. Oh yeah, he's just going. He bounced. He's like, I don't gotta do it no more. Alright. The Hokage starting to wonder now too, like, what's going on? Push him right over. How long has he been laying there? It's titled Zero Motivation. He does not want to be here. Whoo! Oh, there's a length, how far it can go. I can't remember if they established that before. So he can do it, he just doesn't, he's just bored by it. Why are we just listening to Choji eat? Or is this the passage of time? That she's constantly been doing this and he's not been doing anything. Okay, yeah, passage of time. But he's wearing her out. And frustrating her. He closed the distance, yeah. I'm that meme now. Shikamaru, who's that meme? He's got her. He's more than a genius. Oh. And he had a shadow to move through. Okay, Shikamaru. Okay! That was dope. But you know what, that makes sense. He's not interested in combat. You know, he says he ran out of time, but I'm under the impression, which I'm sure he was, but I'm, as I said during the reaction, I think he's not interested in he's brilliant, but not interested in the academics. He's not interested in the combat. He's just trying to, have a little bit of fun. It's not, it's kind of nonchalant, nothing too serious, And Choji called it. So it wasn't even so much about the time, because Choji called it before. It was just like he's just going to give up. That's what he does. It's not giving up out of a sense of fear or giving up out of a sense of a lack of self-confidence. It's just he's just not interested in this. He's not interested in the combat. He's not interested in becoming a Chunin. He's not interested in he's just trying to have some fun along the way. All this stuff is too serious. Such a pain. In the first episode of this session with the Nine-Tail Chakra versus the Byakugan, it was just crazy how wild the Nine-Tail Chakra is. When Naruto was channeling it and how it was swirling and swarming the arena, and the visuals of it of how widespread and branching it was. And it's like that's only a little bit of the Nine-Tail power, but just how ferocious and vicious it is. It's crazy. That uppercut. We've seen Naruto's strategic mind before when the Haku and Zabuza arc when he had Sasuke throw him. That strategy where he had throw him as a shuriken and trick Zabuza into thinking that the thing had passed him and he reveals himself. That we've seen his strategic nature before. But of course, once again, he's always been the more direct ninja. He's not the one to creep in the shadows. He's not the one like Sakura to analyze. He was always more direct. He was always more blunt. He was always more straightforward. However, we've seen him over these past few rounds, I'll say, expand his strategic mind. First, shown in knowing that the Nine-Tail Chakra would be able to override Neji's 64 palms and the closing of his chakra. Like, that's the closing of mine, not the closing of the Nine-Tails. But also to lull Neji into a false sense of security, a false sense of victory. To finally get that uppercut coming up through the thing. That was badass. The next episode in the session dealt with the fallout of Neji's defeat and how that whole defeat challenges his worldview. We discussed in the past session Neji's dynamics as a character and how he may be the most dynamic character so far. Shikamaru is coming up as a close second now. Because even in this episode, so much nuance was added to his character of him being a kind of vintage affectionate. He loves older things. He loves the slower pace. He is methodical. He is nonchalant. He is disinterested in academia and combat, preferring simply to just, not go through the motions, but to just go with the flow. And all of that belies a hyper intelligence within him. But I digress. I kind of got the Shikamaru when I was talking about Neji. But yeah, that's how I got there. Complexity to the character. But you have Neji, who is now this one battle, this one moment has completely rocked his worldview about fate and destiny, and then getting a letter from his father, who was also feeling the same bitterness and resentment, who was also feeling the same destiny aversion that he was feeling and longing for freedom and for self-made fate or self-molded fate. Neji perceived that his uncle was nefarious in how they went about things, that his uncle was nefarious and he was the one that was supposed to die, but he gives his twin brother up instead. And then we see that no, that's actually not the case. Their relationship was not great. It was rife with contention, but he was not going to just willingly give up his brother. That wasn't even a thought in his mind to give up his brother. Hisashi came up with that. And the reason he came up with it is because, you know what? This is the one thing I can do that you can't control. This is the one thing that I can do that is absolutely, utterly my choice. It's not beholden to you. It's not beholden to them. It's not beholden to the head of the family. This is me. Oh, this is me. Sorry. That may or may not be a blooper. I may just keep that in there. And of course, that was symbolized visually, the imagery of the birds, seeing the one bird Neji did when he first lost, but then seeing the two birds, the imagery of freedom. His father got there. Now he's there. Now you can make your own destiny. There is no fate but what we make. Thank you, Sarah Connor. And I already touched on Shika. I'm just going to call him Shika. We've already touched on Shika. Like the crowd, I'm sure some were very pissed off. Like, oh, you give up, dude? You had her. What did you? But it's like, it fits with his character. The character that, as he's been conveyed to be in this episode, hyper intelligent but disinterested. It's completely consistent with what has been conveyed. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there, my short film Assassin of the Flame and Yin and Yang, other reactions, breakdowns, all that good stuff that's on there. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.